Andy Tveekrem found love while attending Kent State in the late 1980s. No, not with his significant other, but with beer.
I don't know, I've just always enjoyed the taste of beer and sampled plenty of it in my college days, for sure. I think maybe it helped that at Kent there's bars like Ray's that had a really good beer selection even way back then, when the selection isn't anything like what it is now, but at least then they had some imports that were interesting. So if I did have a couple extra bucks, I would invest it usually right there.
Tveekrem came to Kent State in 1986 for a master's degree majoring in history. He also worked as a grad assistant to make ends meet. But his love for beer and his thirst for knowledge on how to create his own perfect brew sort of got in the way.
I found myself, wandering around that glorious Kent State library, all 12 floors, but I was looking for books on how to make beer. And I wasn't really paying attention to the coursework that I should have been paying attention to.
In 1991, he landed a dream job with Great Lakes Brewing Company, where he ended up working for 9 years as the head brewer. Throughout the 2000s, he headed east for jobs as brewmaster at Frederick Brewing Company and Dogfish Head. Then in 2009, he returned home and teamed up with some established Ohio City business owners to create Market Garden Brewery.
They had restaurant experience, they had the building and the land, and they had most of the financing, but they didn't have a brewer. So all those things that I could help with, I also needed, what the skills and things they had. So it was a really good mix of opportunity. So we just joined forces. Got this thing open in 2011, and so it's been going on 5 years now. It's been a really great ride.
Today, they also own Nano Brew Cleveland and the newly launched Market Garden Craft Brewery, and Andy is the brewmaster behind them all. His job consists of a lot of cleaning, mixing, testing, and of course, tasting. But he doesn't really consider his job a job.
If you do something that you really love, then going to work's really not a burden, and you don't really have to worry about money because it'll just kind of happen.
So the next time you're in Cleveland sipping on one of these tasty beers, now you know who created it. It may even be one of Andy's personal favorites.
What's your favorite beer, though?
It's usually the one in my hand. I never get tired of that joke.
Andy Tveekrem, a proud face of Kent State.